Today we got school shooters who showed no mercy in court. Now we're just gonna keep up this whole trend of reacting to videos about spinning, shooting, killing. They're the most fun to watch, to be honest. But yeah, man, showing no remorse in court. Dude, if you're gonna shoot up a school, at least try to look a little regretful in court. Anyways, man, let's just get on ahead into this video.
Piece of shit. This
whoa.
took the lives of 17 people. You're done.
17 people. Damn. This kid looks 17 years old. One body for each year he's been on this earth. That shit's diabolical.
I never want to hear your name. I never want to see your face ever again. 17 medical examiners testified about what your bullets did to our children's bodies.
Damn.
You sat there with the same freaking expression.
What the fuck? Does this shirt say killer? I've seen enough, bro. Give him life. Give him the death penalty. Who gives a shit if he's a minor? I'll fully stand behind you, Grandpa. Keep talking shit.
None. Cold, no emotion.
Yo, somebody go up to him and smack the shit out of him. Like, at least look a little regretful, bro. Like, have a little bit of remorse. The victim's family should be able to come and sock the shit out of him. That's a good ass policy right there.
No remorse. What type of animal are you?
Saying pull the trigger that killed your son, now it masturbates to memory of you.
The audacity. Wow. No, that kid's going straight to hell. What? Come on, gang. Like, it's times like this where it's like, I'm so glad I was raised right. What the f is going on with my hair? Courtroom consequences.
This is 17-year-old TJ Lane.
He was, I was right. 17 with 17 bodies. What a fucking bum. He sounds zesty too. There's like a little bit of zest in his voice. Maybe that's why he shot the school up. Got bullied for being zesty.
School shooter who wreaked havoc on Chardon High School in Ohio on February 27th, 2012.
No, there's some hillbilly shit.
We had shots fired, gunshots, multiple gunshots. 911.
Chardon High School, any police up here? Was there someone in the building with a gun?
According to police accounts, Lane entered the school, targeted the cafeteria, and opened fire that tragically claimed the lives of 3 students.
Damn.
Inflicted severe injuries on 3 others.
We have an active shooter at the high school.
I saw a kid holding a gun, pointing it towards a group of kids, and getting ready to press the trigger. I looked up, and he shot 2 more, and it hit a group. It hit a kid, and he fell, and another kid was hiding under the table for cover. It just...
Okay, what year was this? This looks like it was a minute ago. I feel bad though, man. These poor kids. Turns out he only killed 3 people though, which thank God. I think 17 got injured.
So scary.
Lane was later arrested and charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder, 2 counts of attempted aggravated murder, and 1 count of felonious assault.
Yeah,
Lane's
whatever the fuck
crimes
that
were bad
means.
enough, but in court, things got even worse. From the start, it was clear Lane was anything but remorseful. Lane appeared in court with a white t-shirt with the word killer written across it.
Big bro,
according to reports,
you're sick in the fucking head. I'm sorry, lock him up for everyone else's good. If he comes to court wearing a killer shirt, just know he's not gonna be up to no good when he get out, bro. For the sake of humanity, lock his dumb ass up.
Lane wore this shirt because it was similar to the one he wore on the day of the shooting. His lack of remorse only worsened from here.
Saying pull the trigger that killed your son, now it masturbates to memory of you.
What the fuck did I just hear? Buddy, in no world was that a fucking insult. Yo, that was just plain weird. Okay, well, good luck with that in prison, buddy. You're gonna have somebody else jacking you up. You're gonna violate. Talking about getting your booty pounded.
This callous statement triggered outrage and revulsion, not only among the families of the victims, but throughout the entire country. Now, the victims' parents got a chance to speak to Lane.
I hate you for the pain you have caused, Nick. You chased him down the hall and fired the last bullet that paralyzed him.
Damn.
You're lucky I have to read this because I'd be staring at you the whole time. Why? Why did you do it? Why?
As the victim impact statements were read, Lane would be seen laughing as they explained the damage his actions caused them.
You're really lucky there's so many police in this room right now. You could smile all you want.
No, he got a poker face. He hurting inside. You know he hurting, bruh. Who would be smiling about getting life?
Why would you want to hurt him? You don't know kind. I will have to eventually forgive you. Otherwise, you will haunt me. You will never, ever be in my thoughts after this.
I hope you have a cold, rough, unkind, harsh prison life with monsters like yourself.
I hope so too, lady.
I want you to endure years and years of pain and abuse, which is in my opinion.
What is this, a try not to laugh challenge, bro? Lock it in. For the family's sake, at least look like you're a little bummed out. Instead, you show up to court wearing a white tee that's labeled killer. Again, for the sake of everyone's well-being, lock his dumb ass up. Make sure he get life. Make sure he do not come out, bro.
You're not harsh enough. If I had my choice, you would die an extremely slow, torturous death. You don't deserve to take another breath while my 16-year-old son Danny lies in the cold ground because of your disgusting, selfish, and cowardly actions.
Now, Lane would face the judge.
If I was the school shooter, that would be so awkward. Just having the victim's family members just getting on my ass.
Defendant's conduct was without any provocation. Second, it was extreme. He was relentless in his shooting. He repeatedly fired.
Indeed. Give him hell, Judge. Come on.
Moving in the position to better the aim, inflicted extreme injury, and he kept shooting.
He received 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole. But if you think Lane's story ends here, you're wrong. Because now, we fast forward 2 years to 2014.
Breaking news, TJ Lane, the
sharp menace to society. Middle finger in court. That kid is a fucking menace.
High school shooter on the loose right now. He escaped this evening from a prison in Western Ohio.
In 2014, Lane and 2 other inmates escaped from the Allen Correctional Institution, Ohio, where he was serving his sentences. According to reports, Lane and the other inmates built an 11-foot ladder, which allowed them to climb over the prison's fence. If you watch closely, we can see Lane and the other inmates making a run for it.
Yo, guards, lock up, bro. What the fuck are y'all doing? You guys let 2 renowned school shooters escape a prison. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
One of the inmates got caught only minutes after the escape. But Lane, an already convicted killer, and another inmate were still on the loose, sparking a statewide manhunt.
He did scale our perimeter fence, and again, this is an ongoing investigation.
This shit sounds fun as hell. Running away from cops, yo, that shit sound hella fun.
What?
The corrections officers, he advised that the 2 that we're trying to track down are both doing life. They've got nothing to lose here, so be alert.
Fortunately, Lane and the other escapee were captured by the next day.
I believe it's the young one, TJ Lane.
Alright, there we go.
He's in custody.
Upon his capture, Lane would be transferred to a maximum security prison in Lucasville, where he's now serving his 3 consecutive
this is the same guy. This is the same kid from the last clip.
Sentences. While TJ Lane's case is repulsive, it's almost comparable to the monster that is Nicholas Cruz.
My name is Nick, and I'm going to be the next school shooter of 2018.
Who doesn't know this kid? This shit was spreading like wildfire back in, what was it? This was the Florida school shooting, right? This shit was so crazy at the time. I'm pretty sure this kid's like sped or something. Some sort of mental health illness problem.
The goal is at least 20 people with an AR-15 and a couple tracer rounds. I think I can do good done. It's gonna be a big...
Bro, he pre-recorded a video and he's stating his KD. Why the fuck am I putting this in Call of Duty terms? This is not the time to be making jokes. This is a sad moment right here.
Big event. And when you see me on the news, you'll all know who I am.
On February 14th, 2018, Nicholas Cruz, a 19-year-old former student of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, unleashed a horrifying attack, which resulted in the death of 17 people and 17 others to be injured.
Shit. 17, god damn. Kid's not even 17 years old. That's scary as hell, man. R.I.P.
Oh my god!
Damn.
According to reports, Cruz arrived at the school at 2:19 p.m., just 20 minutes before
I saw this clip.
Wrapping up. Then,
that kid in the blue shirt is so lucky. Look at him, bro.
Then he started firing. Cruz immediately fled the scene on foot and ran to a local subway, where he could be seen begging a traumatized student for a ride home. Cruz's rampage became the deadliest high school shooting in the history of the United States.
Damn.
Eventually, he was arrested in a park near the school.
What's going on? What's going on today, bro?
The demons, man.
Demons?
Demons.
Voices.
Now we go to Cruz's trial.
The voices.
The main defense Cruz's legal team argued was that Cruz was a victim of mental health issues and developmental issues because his birth mother used alcohol and drugs during her pregnancy.
At some point, we have to realize that there are women who will continue to abuse alcohol.
So this is his lawyer. Not gonna lie, you're not clutching this one up. I mean, that kid's gonna need no less than fucking O.J. Simpson's lawyer. You're fighting a losing battle, lady.
Do drugs, live a risky lifestyle while they are pregnant, do not get proper prenatal care, and that they damage their babies that are growing in their belly. And they damage the
serious issue
of the baby that is growing in their belly. There will be more Nicholas Cruzes because there will be more women that drink alcohol when they're pregnant, that poison their baby.
Cruz's same defense would later be videotaped displaying disgusting acts as the proceedings continued.
When these people are upset about specific things that have gone on from that table, like shooting the middle finger up at this...
Brother, what the f***? Who is this lady? Is that his mom or what? No, that's different, bro. Oh, hell no. That shit not even funny. What do you gain from this shit? Dead ass.
Court and laughing and joking. Miss McNeil, be quiet. When these people have sat in this courtroom and watched this behavior from that table, and they want to say that they're not happy about it, what is the problem?
Tell him, Judge.
Before his sentencing,
y'all should give that lady, whoever the fuck she was, give her jail time too for thinking this shit is sweet. How the fuck you gonna come into court and start laughing, bro? Right next to the killer.
Speak directly to Cruz.
And I watched you kill my daughter on video. I saw you enjoying. You shot her with a single shot.
I am wearing Joaquin's t-shirt that he wore the night before you killed him.
Dude, that's gotta be like the worst fear as a dad. Here's another one right here.
My kid 4 times. You his marvelous brain and ideas and dreams. You destroyed them. You shot him 4 times. You needed an AR-15 to do that. Because otherwise Joaquin will have to.
Goddamn, who's fine shit right there? Ooh, alright. No, not the time for that. Worst fear as parents possibly. And there was video surfacing of this shit. Yo, that shit is tough, bro.
Then, a student who survived Cruz's attack took the stand.
Shit, not my boy Jose, man.
Trial. Judge Elizabeth Shearer will deliver the sentence.
The court imposes a sentence of life and...
Ooh, yo, hold up. Where is this judge at? I thought all judges were old and shit. Oh my god. Yo, her fine ass. Hey, Florida state judge. Might f around and go to Florida, rob a little gas station or something.
Of life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Cruz remained emotionless as he received 34 consecutive life sentences. 1 life sentence for each victim murdered or wounded at the hands of Cruz.
34 life sentences. At this point, they're gonna hold your funeral in jail. How many years is that? That's like 340 years right there. No, that's like 3,400 years. And at such a young age too. His whole life thrown away. And I can't help but wonder, like, who gave him that gun? How you got this big ass ARP at such a young age? This is dumbass parents, bro. I'm telling you. Don't know how to raise their kids.
He wasn't begging for mercy for what he did. Unlike 19-year-old Timothy Simpkins.
I understand what I did was wrong. Very, very wrong.
Black school shooters exist? This is new information to me, man. So far, all I've seen is just psychotic white kids.
And I'm sorry. I truly am sorry.
A former student of Timberview High School who's facing charges for attempted
It's too late for all that, bro.
There is not one excuse for what he did. He didn't need for anything.
On October 6th, 2021, after a violent classroom brawl, Timothy drew a gun from his waistband and opened fire, hitting Zacchaeus Selby and wounding 3 others. In court, Timothy's legal team would claim that Simpkins was bullied and attacked by other students, and that he acted in self-defense.
2 boys was picking on him, and so me as a mother, what they was gonna do to him. Mr. Simpkins.
Yeah, what the fuck is in his hair? It looked like toilet paper strands. Dude, motherfuckers awaiting their trial always have the weirdest haircuts, I'm telling you.
Was brutally attacked. He was sitting in a classroom doing his schoolwork. That is not high-risk activity.
To make matters worse, Simpkins' family members wore shirts saying "Stop the bullying" in court to try and further this argument.
It's making him look like a monster.
What?
We've seen the video ourselves. We were shocked. He's a regular...
Okay, look, why does your family member have a gun on school grounds? We're not going to ignore that part, are we?
Teenager, he's 15.
The prosecuting team argued that Simpkins was anything but remorseful, and the drug offenses he violated while awaiting trial only supported their argument.
Yo, bro, look like Lil Durk. He about to be in the same jail cell as Lil Durk too. Stupid ass. I forget that he's 15. I need to pipe down a little bit.
He is a dealer. Everything about him tells you that
drugs on him.
Did you see a tear at any time in the courtroom when the video was being played or what did that? Did you see a possible tear when you looked at any of these victims and their families and said, "I'm sorry"?
Simpkins would then be heard apologizing for what he had done.
See, we know your act, bro. We know your act. You're just trying to save your own skin. Lil Durk looking ass, go your ass to jail, bro. These damn YNs, you not doing no good for this world. Family talking about stop the bullying. Fuck out of here, yo.
Fuck out of here, bro.
I understand what I did was wrong. Very, very wrong. And I'm sorry. I truly am sorry.
Then, the teacher he shot got his chance to take the stand.
And let you know
you shot a teacher too.
I appreciate your apology, and I completely recognize how difficult it must be to admit that. It takes a great amount of courage, but I'm not ready to accept your apology yet.
Okay.
I hear you, and I appreciate it, but I'm not ready to accept it.
Alright, no, he's a zesty teacher, so I thought he'd be forgiving, but he holding his ground though, thank God.
However, for the pain and suffering you have inflicted upon the people I love, I'm not sure if I can forgive you.
The jury deliberated for about 5 hours before reaching a verdict.
All right, members of the jury, I received and accepted your verdict, and I do find that it is unanimous verdict of the individual jurors. Having found the defendant guilty of the offense of attempt to commit the offense of capital murder.
Tompkins was sentenced to 12 years in prison,
12
as
years?
well as a fine of $6,000.
Did anyone get killed though? If nobody got killed, then 12 years is high. I mean, dude is 15 at the end of the day. It's better than no jail time at all.
Timothy only received 12 years in prison. Most school shooters aren't as lucky with their sentence.
Tight shit. I might watch the rest of this video another day. Look at this absolute mess going on in between my eyebrows. No, I need some need some Nair cream right now. Nair cream? Yo, that's the stuff for your asshole. What the fuck am I talking about? Look, man, crazy ass video. It's hard to think that kids are capable of shit like this, man. When I was like 14, I was in my room horny as hell. Fuck no. Anyway, man, road to 10K. Y'all boys sub up. 10K before the end of this summer. We finna make it big together. And with that being said, y'all stay safe and I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace out.